Hey guys, before the weekend, the 2013 Super GT 500 mod by Chivas Auto Art was announced on their Facebook page, and the intro video was just absolutely had me salivating. I love these cars, pretty much like the DTMs, you know, the Japanese version, maybe a bit quicker, but right up there with the URD version, the T5, very drivable. And fantastic cars, you know. For me, this is like the evolution of Group 5, you know, the Porsche 935s, the Beamers, the Capris. Instead, we've got Honda, Lexus, and Nissan who compete in the Super GT. Links all below to all the various things, including the download, which I got, and immediately selected 100% aggression, 100% strength, made a car set on the content manager. Couldn't live without that. And went to Watkins Glen, the short version of the track with the chicane, because I'm not really very familiar with Japanese tracks at this stage. In terms of, I know Suzuka, but I don't think there's a Suzuka that I'm very familiar with Assetto Corsa. So until I find one, I'm just going to keep it on tracks I know, so I can really evaluate the car and just feel that I'm in control rather than the car controlling me. So that was the stage set. I decided to go with the Lexus because I'd had a Lexus once. And this is the particular Lexus, is the Lexus SC430 GT 500 against the Honda HSV-010GT and the Nissan GT-R R35. Three iconic cars from the 2013 season. And yeah, it was off we went. Fired up the car, went with pretty much a default setup, didn't touch much, and I congratulate Chivas for getting us finally a developer who has a plug-and-play setup. I even tried to put on wing, less wing, and my setups just didn't work, so I just went with theirs. Put the fuel down a bit because it was a 10-lap race, did some qualifying. I think I qualified 14th, I think, yes, there you go. So in the car, and it was time to do a race, you know, and full-on grid. Watkins, love the place, upstate New York, and ready to go, ready to sample these cars. AI on 100, aggression on 100. Good start, no issues, only one start. I didn't do any other restarts. I streamed this live, and you can actually see the stream, which is actually my B-roll. It just helps me make these movies. Nice clean start. I was pretty conservative, wasn't quite sure how the car handled in the first lap. So yeah, just started chasing. Everyone pretty civilized, which is good for Assetto Corsa AI, which, you know, I think developers or modders, okay, bump that guy. I think modders are limited to whatever the AI engine is, probably a decade old. I would say, in terms, I know this game really, really well, and this AI has been absolutely amazing. Just the start, for a plug and play, I'd say 10 out of 10. You know, because at least they're pushing, they're going for it, they're not doing stupid stuff. They're defending, they're not quite on the rFactor 2 level, but they're definitely some of the best AI I've raced with in Assetto. Different camera views. Yeah, they're chasing hard. They don't really attack, but they do fight among each other, which is really, really refreshing thing to see, especially in Assetto Corsa, which tends to have this AI that sort of go nose to tail with one another. But here, no, and you can see the guy's putting a lot of pressure on me. They don't make stupid mistakes. At the front, they're having a proper battle. So yeah, and look, there's 5-6 cars, no one doing anything stupid except me, going absolutely on the grass. One thing I did find, I had too much top speed on the main straight. I could get past them really easy. Probably they were good on the corner, so maybe I should have just gone down with them a bit more wing, maybe more grip, less top speed. But anyway, this was working for me. The car felt good. I could handle it. You can see behind me there's a lot of action going on, but the car felt really nice. I mean, I was missing all the apexes, of course, which is the way I drive, you know, the slow style. But when you do find the apexes at this Watkins Glen, it's just so sweet. yeah, entertaining race. I really struggled to qualify against them. I started low, but worked myself up, got through that gaggle of cars, and really was superbly impressed with the way these cars were driving. That's from my perspective within my car, Then, of course, at the front there was quite a huge battle, actually. I think there's a Lexus and a Nissan for the lead. The guys obviously have worked really well with this AI, because you can see they're chasing, they're putting pressure. I actually even saw during practice AIs make mistakes. And even in one of the replays of this race, I just couldn't find it again. One actually spun on the brakes here into turn one while in a battle. So it's very believable on that level. The cars are believable to drive. They've really got good grip, good aero, lots of power. So you just feel like you're driving it. I know the purists, Assetto Corsa purists will have a go at me, but really my preferred sim is rFactor 2 in terms of physics. Okay, the rest of it's absolutely horrendous, but the physics are just second to none. So in terms of me doing a comparison, this is as close as it gets to rFactor 2 physics in Assetto Corsa for me. And that's why I like the URD sims in Assetto Corsa 2, because they have that feel. You feel you're driving the car, you can drive the curbs, you can save it. It ticks all the boxes for me for a sim. Enjoyable, especially for Assetto Corsa, very drivable, good AI. And there you have it. I finished 11th in my first race, the Watkins Glen. I don't know where I'm going to find more time, just probably hitting the apexes, but thoroughly enjoyable. And here are the cars. This is the Nissan with a whole lot of really cool skins. I mean, attention to detail is beautiful. And come on, these cars are just absolutely gorgeous. I think the Pennzoil is a fake. It's a sort of fantasy skin. It's a couple of fantasies and a couple of real ones. And you'll know the difference between they've got John Doe driving the fantasy ones, and then they've got the real drivers, predominantly Japanese drivers, driving the other cars. That's the Honda, also beautiful looking Honda. And then we have the Lexus, which is the one I'm driving the Ineos car. I think it's Ineos, yes, the orange one. Yeah, beautiful, just absolutely download it, it's free. Give them a tip, they deserve it. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you make an informed choice on a good sim to drive.